Hi. I hope the rain isn't isn't coming. Well, let's see. Today is the way. Well, uh, as you should know, we live in a satanic system, and of course, there is nothing by chance. Um, so the system is representative and hierarchic, not by chance. Representative because is the illusion that keep the system on, and the hierarchy way is how the system can keep on, because in this way no one can put things in colors. So now let's see. how how can they keep people in the illusion? It's simple. Basically, with fear, with the brainwashing that in the first place we had around the spirit um, words. Well, by using the religion as the tool to manipulate people and control. Of course, there is an evolution that is needed to um, take the agenda to where they intend to. That is the total control and destruction of human beings. So that's why this is the satanic system. It's simple as that. And of course, in this evolution, some things you can easily find to understand. Well, there are some videos that you should see. And I already put on there something like legitimacy. I still see see no one talking about this. So in anywhere in this world, I see no one talking about legitimacy. It seems that still no one knows exactly what that is. And then there are other things, of course, because everything is connected. Like, for instance, property. I already let something like um, property, I can't remember now. But for instance, the land cannot be property, and that is the base of speculation in control. See? Now, let's see. They use many ways to destroy human beings, to kill them, to make them suffer. Like wars, for instance. First World War and Second, and many wars. Uh, you know, they put human beings kill each other. Do you understand what this is? With some excuse that is in that time, the excuse, you see. First war, I already spoke about this. Anyways, first war, something like sovereignty and um, our friends and things like this around some kind of identity, nationalism, things like this. And so there's, of course, some deception, some new things like the ideas. Marx, you see, they always cook something like Darwin theory, Marx theory, and so on. Of course, then the second was around the politics, the doctrines. And then we had Cold War and so on. Always the fear, always misery, always suffering. Well, let's see. Today we have media and Hollywood, you know, and now in the internet there is already things like the alternative media. You see, always the same, always. And people don't wake up. This is the big problem. People are still living in the illusion in the satanic system. People cannot think anything out of this kind of thing. The, the representative system. And then there is things like identity. For instance, people are still identifying themselves as a product, a satanic product, like, oh, I am, you see, I am something that they did in school, and you see, I am this, I am that. So people consider themselves a product, a satanic product. You see, everything they serve to people is a lie. They use people like tools to get what they want, and and people are still in the illusion that things are what it seems. Well, no, I already make 2 videos about the way out, the contracts and the social contracts. You know, I tend, as I said, make a few more, and the next maybe I don't know. You see, there is always something important to tell in the meantime. So I want to bring something like sustainability, because this is important to give you a better idea about of what I bring you, about the social contract. That is, the base is participation that brings us the legitimacy, and then bring us what develop in our needs, that is the way, that is sustainability, you see. And there's the cycle of the social contract. And of course, then there is another thing that I want to bring, but maybe the next one. That is the company for the sustainability. You see, the way people think are still stick with this system, that is the deception. And the idea of company, boy, well, we'll see. I have my things, you know. But I hope in, I don't know, a week or so I can bring you these videos, at least about sustainability. So, uh, you see the way, the satanic way, for instance, um, you may notice things like um, satanic system is anti-nature. Uh, they told us everything is dirty. Nature is dirty, is danger. You see? Do you remember? Uh, Always wash your hands and so on. You see? And now uh, put a little bit poison in your hands because the virus and you see, of course, it has to be because this piece of shit you you want uh, to be something like a god. He's not a creator, but you want to be the owner. You see, and no, the nature is everything less dirty. And now, what I want to bring you is not something like uh, uh, back to what stone era. Of course, this is a joke, the system joke. But anyways, the thing is, you need to. I don't know how many times I said this. You need to uh, keep safe in any way you can, any knowledge you can, anything safe and safe. You can, of course, the best way is paper. Yeah, paper. Not clay, paper. But in the best way you can, keep well safe. Because any information you can put safe may be very, very valuable in the future. And because this is the big thing that the system have in their favor. The technology, for instance, it's something that already exists, but in their hands, and they lead people to think they invented now. Oh, a new. There are many things that you can find and put some questions about it, like the 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 big wall in China. That, for instance, there are places where you can find bricks. Well, bricks of clay is something that has to do with the industry, the beginning of the industry revolution. So this is what, 200 years. You see, there are many things. There are many buildings, old buildings that they say, oh, 2,000, 3,000 years. It's a joke. And if you look very close, you should think about this. How can someone with a hammer and a chisel do that? Impossible. Well, there are many things to question. So the system has tools like they are preparing like reset and you see, you should hide as many as possible information in many places, as many as possible places. And you see, you should share information and tell people to do the same. Now, you see, there is another way, but I don't know, because you see, even those that claim to be truth seekers, they are stick with system, and where's the limit? if people identify themselves as something satanic, uh, if they are stick with some things like um, in some way dealing with money and on the other hand, they are preparing a situation to keep with everything. Then people are going to do what? You see, they will be in their hands. And so that's why I am trying to give some material to rethink things, uh, preparing people to at least try to build paradise in the end, of course. So now the property was an example. People need to understand they don't they they need to join. They need to defend their property, and they need to join in the way that in is our interest, that is create the paradise, create and defense. So who has some lands should um, plant fruit trees and share with others. And the others should do the same. We need to be together in the same interests. This is an example what is the superior interest of human beings. You see, social contract is the only way out, the only way that is the legitimate way. And I'm still not seeing. I hope this message pass through the most possible. So I hope you share, and once again, with love, one for all.